All right, so I'm going to get started on some dough. I might do this as a bigger batch of dough than I actually need for dinner. So I can use part of it for dinner and then part of it for just a loaf of regular bread. This is not gonna be sourdough tonight. It's just regular yeasted dough. So if you have active dry yeast, you can go ahead and make this recipe this way. Or if you get an earlier start, then go ahead and mix up your sourdough dough and then use that for the recipe. Alright, so we're gonna add into our bowl about 2 1/4 cups warm water, and then going to add in 2 packets of active dry yeast. All right, I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of sugar. All right, then a couple of cups of all-purpose flour. All right, so just mix this up and then let the yeast sit and get bubbly for like 10 to 15 minutes. Didn't add my butter. I'm gonna melt this butter and then throw that in here with this too. Okay, so I'm just gonna add the butter in and then mix this again, and we'll let it sit and let the yeast do its thing. Okay, so the yeast has sat here for a little bit and we're gonna get the rest of the ingredients mixed in. Okay, so the 2 other things we need to add are the rest of the flour and our salt. So I'm gonna add in a little bit more flour and then sprinkle the salt on top. Okay. 3 teaspoons of salt, or just use a tablespoon if you want to make it easier. Alright, I'm just going to start kind of mixing this up by hand. So here's our dough now. So what I will do is take some butter. I have butter just sitting out. I'll take some of that and then spread it over my dough and let it sit and rise. In here, like that, and cover it and let it rise. All right. and this is actually going to be lunch today, not dinner. So I have some frozen chicken I took out of the freezer. I can just pop this in the microwave and work on some taco soup for our lunch. So here's the lineup. A couple cans of black beans, salsa, tomato sauce, rice, and then the chicken. Almost out of taco seasoning, but I'll go ahead and throw this in there too. So here's everything in there. Threw in a little bit of salt too, and then I'm just gonna add water and let it cook. So this might sound really boring for a YouTube video to be having Mexican twice in the same video, but I mixed up some dough a while ago, some sourdough, and I have it in the oven to rise. And I have some leftover chicken and beans from last night, so I can heat that up later. And we can just have like soft tacos and call it good.